Don't wait too long to get your shots off, Tom. You're waiting too long. Take the goal.
Listen to me, all right?
Here's the cut in Smith's corner.
Right, Jonathan, just get on with your job.
Volley out on the side. It's a good round, that's to make you hit him. You hit him with a right hand, you hit him with a left hook. You just got to keep doing what you're doing, don't switch off. The jab's the key to the fight, kid, yeah? Hey, you're having him on.
Clash of heads.
It's the heads that did it. Or should I say, it's Quigley's head that did it.
Oh, he was... I don't know if it was that accidental, was it, Colin? I'm not sure.
Well, we must only assume it was accidental. We can't say that Quigley did it deliberately. We don't know that, but it was certainly a clash of heads. Now, the referee's talking to them again, and about, presumably, untidy work, holding, mauling. Although that was by far a cleaner round than some of the previous ones in round 5.
Good start this for Quigley. He's got that jab working again. Got Smith on the back foot as well. A low blow there from Quigley, and he immediately bangs gloves with Smith. Smith wasn't too bothered by it, I don't think. Here comes Smith with a right hand. Tight round this, good action.
Yeah, there's not a lot between them.
Yeah, the referee's not
fight.
Not really been needed. Quigley just catches Smith around that cut height. Referee Richie Davies just tells both of them that they're getting very untidy. And Smith misses with a right hand.
Yeah, this is certainly not one for the connoisseur, I tell you.
No. Well, some of Paul Smith's fights have been like this. A very frustrating fighter to watch. Better work though from Smith. Back comes Quigley with the jab. A seesaw around this one.
Back to the jab, Tony! That's all you need to do, Tony. Jab, everything off the jab.
I think Smith just about edged it for me.
That's it, Tony.
He's landed more scoring shots. Although it's not a very impressive round. And at the halfway stage, I've got them dead level.
I got Quigley 2 points ahead. No, I didn't have winning that last round. That was a difficult one to score, I thought. I was watching some pictures here of new European light middleweight champion Ryan Rhodes, who won his title this time last week, in fact, against Jamie Moore with a 7th round stoppage in Bolton.
Terrific fight it was too.
It was a real thriller. Rhodes behind early on. And he stopped Moore in the 7th. Here's the punch stats. 32 landed for Smith, 39 for Quigley. And then 2 to the body for Quigley as well, making 41 altogether. So round number 7 here. Halfway point of the fight has been reached. Well, we've just seen some pictures of new European light middleweight champion Ryan Rhodes, and delighted to say that he's joining us briefly at ringside as well. Good evening, Ryan.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. How have you got this one?
I've got Quigley, probably 2 rounds up at the minute. I knew he'd build up an early lead on Paul, but the last couple of rounds, Paul's landing the bigger shots. I know Paul's suffers with cuts, and he got cut in the previous round, but you know, I've seen it being an interesting fight. I thought it'd be a bit of nip and tuck here and there, but it's a good fight.
It's been a difficult fight to score, hasn't it?
It has. I've got Quigley probably 2 points up at the minute. But Paul, last couple of rounds, seems to be landing the bigger and harder shots. But it's like I say, it's nip and tuck, it's backwards and forwards, but what a fight.
It is in a great atmosphere as well.
Fantastic, you know, Liverpool derby. You know, both of the guys came into a fantastic reception, you know, and the fight's living up to it as well.
We're about halfway through this 7th round. Colin, it's been another hard round to score, hasn't it?
It is. I mean, I was just saying to him, I've got him level at the halfway stage because a lot of the work has been so messy, Ryan. The referees had to talk to him several times about it.
Yeah, you're right, Colin. Like I say, it's backwards and forwards. The referee's having a hard night tonight. You know, they're both pulling on the inside, hitting on the break and everything. But I expected this. I knew it'd be a tough, hard fight between both of them. You know, heads are going in there just a little bit off both of them as well. So it's a bit of everything in this fight.
Well, that's how Smith got that cut around the right earlier in the 5th round. Good uppercut though from Paul Smith, the right hand, and the crowd like that. Again, Richie Davis just splits them up. More grappling here. It's turning into a bit of a wrestling match. Both sides as guilty as the other, really. So, referee Richard Davis hasn't really ticked off either of them. Good double jab and a right hand there from Paul Smith. And again, they hold on.
Well, Quigley was holding on more there after receiving those 2 shots. I think, again, to me, Smith looks like he's doing the cleaner work.
Yeah, same to me. I think he's landing the better shots. He just seems to be working that bit more. But obviously, when they're getting close, they're tying each other up and grabbing each other just to stop each other working. But Paul's landing the more cleaner shots to me.
Well, the bell goes for the end of the 7th. Paul Smith round, Colin.
I've got it for Paul, yeah.
Ryan?
Yeah, Paul to me as well, yeah, definitely.
As we get some pictures here of both corners, we'll have a quick chat with Ryan. It was a week ago, Ryan, that you pulled off something of an upset and a sensational victory.
To a lot of people it was an upset, not to me though. You know, I went in that fight 100% confidence on what I could do and what I was going to do. Didn't expect it to be, you know, that tough so early on. I thought I'd box him for a couple of rounds, but fair play to Jamie Moore, he dragged me into his kind of fight. But I was more than willing, and I knew I was getting fitter and stronger as the fight was going on. I could tell Jamie was tiring and getting weaker.
And the fight was doubling as a WBC world title eliminator. What's next on the agenda for you?
This week I'm just resting up this week, getting over the lumps and bumps and bruises and everything. But next week, have a chat to a few different people and decide what path we're going to take.
For the world title?
Definitely.
On your mind?
That's the plan.
Okay, well, back with this one here, 8th round here in Liverpool. And it's a very, very tight fight. I think there's not more than 1 or 2 rounds between these two, Tony Quigley and Paul Smith, duking it out for the British super middleweight title. Quigley the champion, Smith the challenger. As you say, there's barely daylight between the two of them at the moment. Quigley's fans behind us, as they have been saying all night, work the jab, work the jab. And then it catches Paul Smith. And not a bad start to the round for Quigley, Colin, but it's in the latter half that Paul Smith's come back.
I mean, it is so untidy. It's very disappointing in some respects. But Quigley, you know, being a southpaw, the styles don't gel.
So it's always had the potential to get a bit messy, didn't it? Smith, as we said, has been something of a messy fighter almost throughout his whole career. Remember that fight he had against Steve Bendel? Bendel controversially won it. Now, has Smith just rattled Quigley here? I don't think so. Some wrestling on the ropes over by the far side. The crowd liked it.
To me, I think Paul's better keeping it long. He's boxing so much better when he's keeping it long, and when they close, Quigley seems to be the stronger person on the inside and roughing Paul up. So to me, Paul needs to keep it long, keep his jab, keep more jabs going, and then chucking the right hand over the top as well.
Well, Smith always seems to run out of ideas, doesn't he, on the inside, Ryan? He just grabs on and holds.
Well, Quigley's known for grappling, and he does a bit of that at UFC, I think, outside training. So obviously in close, Quigley's going to be the better man and the stronger man in close because of that. So to me, obviously, Paul needs to just keep it long. He needs to throw his jab a lot more than what he is doing, and then obviously get his shots off after his jab.
Well, again, referee Mr. Davis ticks Quigley off there for holding on the inside. I wonder how long his patience is going to last.
Yeah, I'm amazed that he hasn't taken a point off one of them by now.
Oh, he's required again now.
That might focus their minds if he starts docking points.
Well, he needs to do something.
Come on, Tony, box his head up!
Yeah, it's becoming very, very messy at the minute.
Well, for me, it's been messy most of the time. Yeah. Just getting worse.
I'll tell you what, this is going to go the distance, isn't it? And it's going to be controversial.
It certainly is.
Got a bit tasty after the belt. Some shoulder shoving. Colin, how do you have that one?
Go to Quigley. He was just less messy than Smith.
Brian?
I thought it was even, a pretty even much round. I've given quite a lot of these round even. I know the judges will probably...
you know, that's my bugaboo, isn't it, Ian? I never give even rounds.
Even rounds, yeah.
I have to try and find a winner of a round. And that's why sometimes my scorecard goes awry, because people in this country do tend to give even rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, I say people, I'm talking about officials.
Well, it has been one of those tough fights to score. For example, that last round was very, very close. It'll be interesting to see how our three ringside judges have it this evening.
Of course, we could end up with a draw, couldn't we?
Well, it's 25-1 at the start of the evening. Looking more and more likely as the fight goes on. Quigley is a 2-1 shot.
How many times has Davis spoken to them? He's given him another lecture before the start of this round. He's done that a few times. This time it's the longest.